Hey guys, and welcome to part 15 of my playthrough of Bloodborne at 60fps. So in this episode I will cover the boss fight for Martyr Logarius. So as for the Martyr Logarius boss fight, this definitely is one of the more difficult fights in the main game, and I have to say I really struggled with this one, mostly because I was playing it offline, mostly because of the PS4 Pro jailbreak restricts you from playing online so you can't summon any players. So as a result of that I had to do the fight solo, and I'm a bit rusty at doing this fight solo, so yeah, that's my excuse.
Hey pal, your excuses are your own!
As for the fight itself, you've got quite a big long run to get up to Logarius, so once you approach him he starts obviously spamming his arcane spells off at you. Logarius is also tricky from the standpoint that he's quite resistant to all the elements, so particularly strong to arcane, he's also quite strong to fire and bolt, so even though you see me using bolt paper here, it probably isn't quite as effective. So in the first phase, Logarius is less aggressive physically and relies more on his spells, but in the second phase he will take a more physical approach as he can attack you with a number of combos with his staff. He will also use his sword to slam it into the ground, produce a series of projectiles that will fire off all over the place, so this is definitely quite a dangerous attack. And the best thing to do here is to try and smash the sword to prevent it from firing off all these projectiles. One of the biggest dangers in the fight, however, is the rooftops themselves, because you can easily fall off the rooftops if you're not paying attention to your surroundings. The spells cast by Logarius can potentially also knock you off the roof if you're too close to the edges, so again during the fight this is something you need to be wary of. And as you see, he killed me here with one of the projectiles from the sword. So yeah, this is definitely not an easy fight. and in spite of my warnings from earlier on, I fall to my death from the rooftops.
Have no head for heights.
And finally, that's Martyr Logarius done. Yeah, so he's definitely a very difficult boss, and definitely one of the hardest ones in the main game. So after this, we collect the Crown of Illusions and basically put it on, and this will trigger a cutscene. So after the cutscene, we will go into a private chamber where we will meet Analise, who is Queen of the Vilebloods, and she will ask you to either kneel or leave. So here of course you kneel before her, and then you will be invited to join the Vileblood Covenant. So I do that here, although of course I can't do any online content, given this is the jailbroken version of the game on the PS4 Pro.
Visitor. Moon-scented hunter. I am Analise. Ruler of the Vilebloods. And sworn enemy of the Church. Yet, our people are murdered. And we are prisoner to this wretched mask. What is it thou art in search of? Well, an odd hunter thou art indeed. We've tired of these piteous nights. Share in our... If thou wouldst this path, I prithee, partake of my rotted blood. Very well, drink deep of our blood. Feel the spreading corruption burn. Now, we too. We await thy return for the honor of Canehurst.
And before leaving Analise, we can pick up the unopened summons here, which we can later have the option of giving to Alfred, the Vileblood Hunter. You can see the outcome of that event later on in the playthrough. On returning to the Hunter's Dream, we can now sell the Crown of Illusions for money, and we can get quite a decent amount for it, which is 35,000 blood echoes. I then bought the Crowfeather set, which I showcase here along with the Blade of Mercy, which is of course Eileen's weapon. The Blade of Mercy is definitely one of my favourite weapons in the game, and is also a great weapon for skill builds. So that's all for now guys. In the next episode I will start the Nightmare of Mensis area. So that's it for now, and I will see you soon.